I give away free Steam games with every major video I do, and here's who won this week. The games available to receive are listed below. To enter, just leave a comment and have contact information on your profile. And now, on with the video. I'm playing something almost every week, and sometimes I want to talk about it and give you a vertical slice. So stick with me for some lightning reviews. This week, on the chopping block. This week I've been playing House Flipper. Given my professional environment, as we go kicking and screaming into the holiday season, I'm finding that this is traditionally the time of year where I seek out mellow or low energy games. As such, I'm going to try and slow up my usual speaking patterns for this week's review. So this is what it feels like. I actually saw that House Flipper 2 had just released, but the first one has been on my playlist backlog for some time, so I figured I would have to do the original justice before I dove into the new one, because I only make fiscally responsible decisions. Anyways, one morning, I woke up, and having freshly installed House Flipper onto my PC, I sat down expecting a somewhat engaging and mellow game of maintenance tasks. When I finally got up again, 4 hours had passed, and I needed to take a moment to let the blood flow back into my legs. You see, House Flipper for me hits one of those rare gaming sweet spots of being goal-oriented with clearly visible tasks, but allows you to pursue them at your own pace, and the pace you choose also facilitates an appropriate means to absorb the mechanics and tutorials on the opening missions. Those missions entail you starting up your own handyman company. You start off by just cleaning out people's houses or doing simple paint jobs. Over time, your repertoire of skills expands with installing plumbing and electrical fixtures, until finally you're able to do full house remodels. The end game is eventually to do as the title implies and start flipping houses, buying them low, renovating and decorating, and then putting them back onto the market to make a profit. Additionally, as you perform various tasks to rejuvenate your pieces of real estate, you level up and gain abilities or improvements, which I think might have slightly broken the game because I immediately dumped all upgrade points I could into getting 50% more money for each job or house. As such, I never had to worry about not turning a profit, although it did contribute to me being able to mellow out and just lose myself in the performance of simulated productivity. Although some parts do feel a bit overly easy. It felt odd for some houses where I was able to pick out furniture I wanted for a room and then decided I wanted to paint afterwards with no penalty to the furniture itself. A few elements could have also been better tutorialized. For instance, I had to do a Google search to figure out how to erect scaffolding for painting or re-siding larger buildings. I think that, above everything else, I was losing myself in the fantasy of possibly one day being a homeowner, considering the state of the American housing market. Although I was amused to find that the game allows you to get input from people that might be interested in buying the houses you're working on, and seeing some of what those people were saying, I shifted priorities to try and encourage the simulated homeowners instead of the parasitic ever-expanding landlord types. I was also surprised to see one person making negative commentary on houses based on racism. Seriously, who the complains about Norwegian people? Honestly, my biggest complaint about House Flipper might be the visuals, and I don't mean to put emphasis on this beyond simply stating it out loud. The game in mechanics and concept is addicting and pleasant enough to play, so when I say the game looks like it's assembled from basic game engine assets, understand that that comes from a perspective of me trying to find things to nitpick. With that in mind, the game also seemed to take a bit more time to load than I thought reasonable, but given the calming gameplay loop and the fact that it's entirely compatible on Steam Deck, I think I might have found another entry in my list of titles that I fall back on when I'm growing weary of the world and just need to relax while performing something uncomplicated. And once I have completed it to my satisfaction, I can take solace in the fact that there is a sequel waiting in the wings for me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a holiday special to plan out. I might be able to get it out in time, I might not. Just please be kind to your local retail workers for the next week or so. Trust me when I say that we're having a rough go of it.
Hey, look at that, it's the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember that commenting can actually win you a free prize. So until next time, this is a Guillotine saying thanks for watching and keep your head on your shoulders.